warm welcome to all those who have taken time out to come here this evening here in Noida for the Global Bharat Movement presented by SAP India in association with TV9 Network. The Global Bharat Movement. What exactly is the Global Bharat Movement? It was a campaign that was launched nearly 4 years ago during the peak of the pandemic, during the darkness of the lockdowns. That's when SAP India decided to reach out to the mid-market companies of India, the middle India of corporate India, so to speak. And SAP India wanted to help them through with their digital transformation journeys. And we all know how all of our digital transformation journeys got hustled up, hurried up during the pandemic. Our individual digital transformation journeys for our personal lives and of course our professional lives and our companies that we work for and we make work for. And that's when the genesis of the Global Bharat Movement took place, and SAP India provided everything from technical expertise to mentorship to any kind of support that any mid-market company across sectors, more than 25 sectors. So what is the Global Bharat Movement 2.0? Well, it's premised upon 3 pillars. I'll quickly take you through them. Pillar number 1 is a very important message, and the message is very simple. India is the most resilient economy in the world. Pillar number 2 of Global Bharat Movement 2.0 is the community of thought leaders, industry veterans, and experts who will be able to tell you this message better than anybody else, that India is the most resilient economy in the world. And pillar number 3, and the most important pillar if you ask me, are the customers, the mid-market companies, you, people who have done their digital transformation journeys with great bravery and great alacrity because of the pandemic. Your experiential stories, your stories of what happened to your business when you decided to undertake your own digital transformation journeys and how it led to growth and expansion and success. Those stories need to be told. And those stories form the 3rd pillar of Global Bharat Movement 2.0. Quickly have you take a look at our journey so far.
India is projecting a more self-assured version of itself to the world than ever before. Paving the way to this bulletproof economy are our homegrown businesses. Taking our growth story beyond key business hubs of India to emerging industry clusters across Bharat. As key industry clusters fire the growth engine of a new India, SAP India in association with TV9 Network celebrates India's holistic techno-economic growth. Welcome to Global Bharat Movement, a traveling roadshow that brings together eminent business leaders, tech visionaries and practitioners across diverse sectors. After a grand start to Global Bharat Movement 2.0 in Bengaluru on 24th March with a keynote by the Chief Architect of Aadhaar, Dr. Pramod Verma,
India now runs world's largest direct benefit transfer program, DBT. 860 million people, 86 crore people have bank account attached to their Aadhaar.
The roadshow in the last 3 months has created many milestones across the length and breadth of the country. The roadshow received an overwhelming response from participants.
The 5 years that we've used it, we've interacted with SAP so much and we've found out so many things about it and how good it is to the business, and why not move with like all the digital India movement.
2 months implementation, all credits to the team which came along with that. Their knowledge, in fact, it's what that helped, and it's a very good planned, like we planned months before itself, before we start all the operations, and great support from SAP also with respect to that.
We have migrated 5 major versions of SAP. This is the technology, and this is the SAP consistency. We found it and we really like that. and we safely moved our data into newer versions.
The Roadshow is now in its last leg with the grand finale in the National Capital Region. Let's join the Global Bharat Movement as we pave a golden pathway for India's tech-enabled growth.
With that, I think it's time to begin the proceedings for the evening. To do that, I'm going to invite Mr. Amit Kapoor, Sales Director, SAP India. Ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause for Mr. Amit Kapoor.
Essentially, when we started, we started with companies, working with companies which were enterprise customers, which were very large, about 5,000 crore and above customers. Over the years, the first half of our journey was ensuring the Bharat Ratnas and the Nav Ratnas and the conglomerates were running at their best. And then, thereafter, we started, moving to beyond the metros, right? So, like I said, the first half was typically, we were present in primary metro cities, and we had, been talking to only customers who were 5,000 crores and above. We were offering our on-prem solutions to them and ensuring that they run better. Post that, a decade later, if you see, the change that happened was that we started going to the other business clusters, right? And we started talking to the mid-market of India. We knew that this is the market which was essential to ensure the country's growth. And we knew that and customers like yourselves need the solutions that we have for the larger customers to also run your business in a better fashion, right? So we went there, we took down to almost about 100 crore kind of customer market segment, and we came out with our new cloud solution. The cloud adoption, basically what it means for you is that you have minimum IT investment, right? You do not have to, for example, if you have to travel from point A to point B, you don't necessarily need to have a vehicle. You don't need to buy a vehicle. You can take an Uber, you can take an Ola, you can travel by the metro, right? So your investment is less. So that's what it means, right? When you think of ERP or you think of business applications, first thing the management will talk about is so much of investment and so on and so forth. You got to just a solution means getting in hardware, network, so many other things, right? And then the manageability of everything. So that is something that's going to go away with cloud. If you look at 52% of the companies in Fortune 500 went out of business since 2020, right? Since 2000. So basically, we all know, the handset provider, some camera organizations, they didn't see the innovations that are coming in the market and they just went away, right? And and this is a report, right, by someone, it says that from 1955 to 2011, Fortune 500 companies used to take about a decade more to reach a 1 billion valuation, right? Whereas today, if you look at Swiggy's and Zomato's and of the world, right, they'd reach it in 4 years, because of digitalization, because of the innovation, because they are thinking about their customers. What do your customers need, right? We are on course to become a 5 trillion economy by 2025. So what we typically need to do to get there is that about 1,000 plus mid-market customers need to become large, and about 10,000 SME customers need to become, close to about, they need to go into that mid-market space from there. So which will mean that we contribute about 50% to the GDP, right, instead of 29%. And if we make this happen together, we will be at 10 trillion. It's a done deal, right? So how do we make this happen? What are the challenges that we face? Are we ready, right? So while on the left, your right side, you see grow with SAP, and we'll talk about it later in different sessions. But what's happening today? We have a fragile supply chain. We are facing some of these things like, our agility to adapt, right? While the organizations who are digital today are born native digitals, right? They're able to adapt very quickly. But our traditional organizations take a little bit of time, right? Because we have systems which may be disintegrated. We may not have the insights. It takes time to address to a customer need. Thank you for listening to me, and have a great session.
Public cloud, a gateway for mid-sized companies to start their digital journey. That's the next session. And to do that session, I'm going to invite two gentlemen for that. One is Mr. Ashish Srivastava, ICA lead, SAP, and the other is Mr. Puneet Aneja, public cloud lead, SAP India. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Ashish Srivastava and Puneet Aneja.
Metro is one thing that connects the entire Noida from the greater Noida, Pari Chowk to the rest of the sectors today. The traditional ERP has a financial setting where we would want some cost centers, master data, chart of accounts, ARPR, cash management, financial reporting. So essentially, it is the basis to which you are able to connect to your core financial processes. But as an organization, you would also want your employee system, which is a HR system, having timesheets to be able to report that. So you don't have to set that up. You don't have to now have contracts with these organizations. Everything is available, just like a metro system. You just have to take the ticket, get on board, and start riding. So this is something that you would want to have enabled automated. You don't have to go around and set up Excel sheets for everything. Our system is going to let you have readily available modules within our system, which we are calling the Grow with SAP offering, so that you are on there to get your ground rolling. Apart from that, if you still feel that there are some things left in this system that is not able to solve your problem, we also give you a special line, which is just like how we are reaching the sectors which were unachieved. You can have our LOB solutions, which are HXM, CX, and ISVN, which our other colleagues will be talking through the day today, and you'll be able to have an entire connected system. This is something that's going to give you a basis to what you would be able to have your entire setup. You can traverse from one point to another, you can use the data from one point to another, and that's going to make a suitable growing energy for you as an organization from SAP with public cloud.
Considering these challenges, and we know this because we have been working across the world with different mid-sized organizations, and we have been present in India almost 3 decades. So understanding these challenges, we have come up with something called Grow with SAP. It's basically a framework which, at the core of which sits a modern cloud ERP, which help you to run with the industry best practices. Within S/4HANA Public Cloud, we have imbibed pre-configured business processes which are available for readily available to be used and implemented across for 25 different industries. And these best practices covers end-to-end core processes of your business. Be it if you are a typical discrete manufacturing company, or you are a chemical company which is probably into agrochemical, or you might be a professional service company which is into providing IT or other ECNO related professional services. So these business processes covers end-to-end cycle stuff. So few of the examples of such business processes are lead to cash processes, which covers end-to-end your sales operations, source to pay process, which covers end-to-end your procurement and sourcing related operations, as well as it also covers the inventory related processes. When we talk about a public cloud solution, definitely customers' data is a very important thing, and we at SAP, we also understand that the customer's data is topmost priority for us, and that's the reason we not only keep your data or maybe your customer's data encrypted with the best of the breed encryption mechanism. However, we also put 5 layers of securities which comply with best of the security mechanism of the world, and it also have and because of this, it gives you a 99.7% of availability, and that is what we commit to our customers for the public cloud solution. We have built a platform called Digital Discovery Assessment Platform. What it does basically, it enlists all these best practices I was talking about for all the industry capabilities, and it has segregated in different business functions so that partner along with the customer can go through these best practices in detail. Not only that, you can also go to a level where you can see the process flows of those best practices. There are videos, recorded demos also available within the platform so that you can go through and see that how this particular scenario looks like. And that is how you will be able to take a decision that how much that best practice fits you and whether it is relevant for you or not. Definitely, as we understand that one of the key principle of adopting best practices is fit to standard approach. And which means that, you have to adopt standard practices wherever possible. But at the same time, we also understand that every business has its own uniqueness, and we understand this from our experience. And that's the reason, to support these breakthroughs, we provide 3 layers of tools for our customers and partners to support these breakthroughs. And the first is foremost is basically a very user interactive basic level where you have self-configuration available within the public cloud application that we call it in-app extensibility, through which you will be able to do business configurations such as changing a payment term for a sales order, or maybe creating a master. So these are something which user can do at his own level. We have also introduced something called developer extensibility within the public cloud application, so that you are able to write the codes using the app as well as you are cloud compliant for the considering the cloud S/4HANA cloud application. Now that's not all, right? As I mentioned, that Grow with SAP is a framework which ensures that you are confident in going live with a cloud ERP. So to support that, we also offer something called packaged activation service with the Grow with SAP solution. What it does basically that you get a pre-configured solution from the day one when you subscribe for this S/4HANA public cloud solution, which will also have a sample data of yours, which means that you don't need to imagine the scenarios to configure your own processes within S/4HANA public cloud. You can have those scenarios run as per your sample data, and you will be able to build on top of it. So that basically acts as a foundation for you, where your business application is something which is pre-built or delivered to you, and on top of that you can configure additional functions as well as geographical requirements as per your need. And all of these is delivered to you by SAP within as short as 4 weeks of time. On top of the cloud ERP, we have industry-specific solutions which basically supports 25 different industries, where we have different business processes and best practices available for those 25 industries. And then we have our LOB or line of business solutions, which primarily are divided into 3 parts. We have human capital management solution, where we have SuccessFactors, one of our flagship product in that segment. Then we have spend management and business network solutions, where we have Ariba and Concur kind of solutions, which are leading the industry in their own segment. And then we have CX solutions, which are basically the front office applications for you. And lastly, business technology platform also has a lot of pre-delivered AI capabilities to support the automation of many different processes. And I would just like to give you a brief about how it is structured. So, since we all are talking about AI these days, right? SAP has thought of including AI into its own products way back, and that's how we are structured. You can see that for every business function, we have certain AI capabilities where we are automating or predicting something. So you can adopt these AI capabilities based on your requirement and based on your convenience. And most of these are delivered through our business technology platform. On that note, I would like to say thank you.
The significance of intelligent spend management in the contemporary business world. And to do that, I'm going to invite Mr. Pradeep Kumar, Business Director, Intelligent Spend and Business Network, SAP India. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for Mr. Pradeep Kumar.
In NCR, we have the important industries which are contributing to the growth of India. There are manufacturing, real estate, ECNO, which is a great industry to see how it is empowering the Indian real estate business. Then sheet metals all time, auto, IMC, the manufacturing components, biotech, pharma, IT, ITES. I think most of the industries we are here, we see that the companies in India, they are around us. Yeah, this is SAP's vision about the intelligent enterprise. Yeah, when we talk about our supplier side of it, so for every industry there are two sides of businesses. On one side we handle our customers, on the other side we handle our suppliers. How we deal with customers, we can't deal with our suppliers in the same fashion, right? For suppliers we need to pay them early. For customers we have to do the customer experience and the customer service better. Some of the key points which the various departments of the company would be interested in, these are some of the key KPIs which a CFO is always interested in. He is always worried about the savings in procurement and managing the spend better, paying the suppliers on time, managing extra discounts with the suppliers. When you pay them early, you can also do discount management. And of course, governance and compliance with the e-invoicing systems. So suppliers, they also need some kind of universal supplier portal, a PO2 invoice visibility. When are you paying them? What is the status of their invoices? They chase you, right? They send emails and phones. Plus, if we offer them a supplier portal, a universal supplier portal, which is part of one of our offering along with RISE also, that's called Digital Supplier Network. That's a starter pack included in that. But there is a dedicated supplier portal with various variants for a PO-based collaboration, for a PO and schedule agreement-based collaboration. So there are various variants. This is the entire SAP Intelligent Spend Management portfolio, which has like 12-13 solutions tightly integrated with core SAP system. Yeah, SAP has divided it into like 4 major buckets: source, contract, planning and forecasting, buying and receiving, and invoice and payment. In the source and contract, everything which we do before we identify a supplier is part of source and contract. We negotiate with them, we do vendor discovery, we find L1, L2, L3 types, and we negotiate, we do auctions, all those things, and then we sign a contract. So entire thing is strategic in nature here. Now the one solution which I want to pick up here, which is here in bold, is commerce automation. That is the post-PO collaboration. Yeah, and over and above everything, there is something called business network. In all these transactions, there is a buyer and supplier connected. And how they are connected is this with this business network. This was earlier known as Ariba network. Now it's business network. So with this business network, the buyer and the supplier can collaborate online for whether it is signing a contract, submitting a quotation, or receiving a purchase order, submitting an ASN, submitting an invoice. So all the things are digitally collaborated. All right, these are certain numbers. If you bring down the cost reduction, manage the spend compliance, do some process efficiency and cash management. So these are certain KPIs which we from SAP will touch base with you, build a use case with you, and then walk the journey along so that quarterly and half yearly we can see where you stand on this. Nowadays what happened, the supplier submits the invoice and our team, the AP team, reconciles it. But 95% things the AP team is working on checking the things from one or other. They're checking the buyer GST and supplier GST and tax data, PO data. And this job can be very well done by the computer, right? With the three-way match which is available on the Intelligent Spend Management portfolio. Yeah. We have customers in India who have reached to 100% of their auto post invoice scenarios with these kind of solutions. So the root of the invoice is supplier, and we eradicate the errors from there so that the AP team can actually do it seamlessly and fastly. There is a way you align with us, we'll share our perspective with you. You share your spend categories, we'll build a case for you, and we'll share that these are the potential areas where SAP Ariba can help you to bring additional savings. There is an online savings calculator also in that same link which I shared on the first slide. You will find this kind of calculator that you can actually potentially find out that how much can I save with it. Yeah, it will help you to project the business case internally. Thank you so much.
Special panel discussion. I have some very special guests joining us. I'm going to request all of you to give them a big round of applause as I call out their names. First up, Mr. Ram Prakash, CIO, Liberty Shoes. Mr. Vikram Vij, CIO, Max Este. And Mr. Ivanshu Arora, CIO, La Shagorika Interiors. So I will begin by asking Mr. Ram Prakash, talk to us, what does technology mean for Liberty Shoes, and what does SAP mean for Liberty Shoes? Because your association goes back more than 2 decades. Ladies and gentlemen, Liberty has been associated with SAP India for 22 years. Talk to us about this association.
We have a long journey with SAP, almost 22 years. And in SAP, basically, when we started SAP journey, and the system is completely supporting us from day one to till now. Okay. And basically, before moving to cloud, SAP S4 RISE HANA. Okay. So let me brief about what we do basically. Okay, Liberty, because we have a 450 retail store, plus we are a manufacturer and retailer.
Absolutely.
Okay. Challenge in the legacy system basically, which says scalability. And then another challenge is data, which is basically data visibility. And not available in real time. And the way we are a retailer and manufacturer, we need a data seamlessly. Okay, and that's the pain area for us. And apart from the digital area, especially we do e-commerce also, and we do distribution also. And we need a supportive system which is a purely support us in the across the platform. Okay, so especially we chosen SAP has for RISE HANA because we knew, because lot of process which is pre-configured, lot of, because RP is there, AI is there, and that's why we chosen this solution. And especially, I hats off to especially diverse within 3 months from since January, and we go live on 10th of April. Marvelous job, the guys did it.
I'm just going to take this across to Vikram as well. Vikram, talk to us, when you talk about succeeding with technology for the long term, what does technology and the future of technology mean? And what does your association with the SAP mean?
When I'm talking about Chat GPT, I mean, see, basically it's AI OT. So which means artificial intelligence over the internet, which is connected with multiple source of data. So may it be, may it be music, may it be data, may it be, getting a pictorial view of someone. So definitely, I mean, the artificial intelligence, if I'm talking about, specifically for, these kind of native AI-based technologies. So definitely, we are moving towards a very connected world. We are talking about, IoT, we are talking about AI, we are talking about ML. So it is basically a connected world from different sources, getting data, massaging data, and then, giving an output, which is very much relevant for a user. So likewise, when I'm talking about how we are using, digital transformation, we are not just going, paperless. We are also going ahead with use of technology to improve productivity, to improve collaboration between employees. We want to do multiple other things. We want to give a better customer experience. That's where we are at.
Devanshu Arora at the stage, CEO of La Sagorica Interiors, an interiors company. Tell us, your association with technology. What does the future of technology mean, and your association with SAP? How did it change things?
So talking about La Sagorica, basically we are a vertically integrated company. So we do design, interiors, and then furniture manufacturing for luxury domain only. So we are doing it for residential as well as for commercials. So we have our operations in 3 regions. So India, Middle East, and Africa. And we are looking forward to leverage SAP solutions.
Mr. Ram Prakash, tell us, how does artificial intelligence play a role, in your operations, in the operations of a shoe company?
The way we have the data accumulating, because we are a retail organization, we have almost 3.5 million retail customer. And apart from that, we have a B2B, B2C customer. When you do data accumulation, data massaging, data cleansing, and it's completely, and the AI, through the AI, you can do the clustering your data. Lot of algorithms available that we call K-mean, and you can lot of things you can do it. Okay, so based on that, you can do your customer segmentation, and you can approach them even a B2B customer also, B2C customer also. The way we did it is really and easy to, because end of the day, information easy to available first your internal customer, and which creates the customer experience of your external customer.
Mr. Vij, I wanted to ask you, talking about your own company, how technology and digital transformation, how does it change the scale and your own ability to expand?
I mean, the data will be collected from different sources, and we will be able to analyze where we are going and what exactly the customer demands and needs are. So basically, it is merely a supply chain kind of a model wherein, I mean, what we want to transform, what exactly buyer wants, instead of what you are offering. So definitely we are in process of adopting those kind of technologies, may it be AI, may it be different kind of other technologies connected with different systems. We are leveraging SAP analytics on cloud. We are in the process of implementing the data lake itself. So we will be working on a lot of data, a lot of lead management data, a lot of other data which we will going to identify, and then we will going to identify the need of the customer, what exactly they are looking for, and then we will going to move forward with that.
Do you see them as taking away jobs? Do you see them affecting workflow? What are the challenges that you see?
Challenges basically because the way we seen, especially on data side, data is keep accumulating and ready to easily available, because data cleansing takes time. The way we seen, especially especially we seen when you move on a cloud side, you can structure the data. Data will come on a very structured format, ready to consume it. And if your information ready to available, you can. That's the slowly we is growing, and we seen definitely. This is the one major area which we see because huge data.
Yeah, data, very important, isn't it, Devanshu? Tell us from your perspective, what do you think are the challenges to digitization going forward?
Having this mid-segment means common challenges, onboarding your suppliers and your customers on your digital platform. So that is one of the challenge which which we face, and we are managing it as part of our change management. Like, you will get this benefit. You will get the information timely. So that's how we are mitigating it. But that is one challenge which I think.
Let's wrap up this panel discussion. I'm going to thank Mr. Vikram, Mr. Ram Prakash, and Mr. Devanshu Arora, ladies and gentlemen, for this fascinating panel discussion. May I please invite Mr. Ashish Wadhwa, Director, Microsoft Azure, to deliver the session on leveraging Azure for SAP. Ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause for Mr. Ashish Wadhwa.
First of all, talking about Microsoft and SAP partnership, so it's a 30-year-old partnership. We have been working together for so many years, right from the days when we collaborated with SAP and made SQL as a platform which is certified to run SAP. And then recently, probably 6 years ago or 7 years ago, we certified Azure as a platform for running HANA databases. We have absolutely come at a very different level right now in terms of partnership, and our partnership is more focused around what happens around SAP now. If you want to enhance your capabilities and have the entire monitoring capabilities for your SAP system very closely knit and closely integrated with your infra, you want to have monitoring capabilities of your application at a business logic level as well as a database level. So this is something that has been launched by Microsoft. It is making your instances intelligent. That's what we tell you. So basically, you don't have to, you don't see the instances or the virtual machines as the dumb boxes anymore. You see them as intelligence boxes which have the capability to tell you much more than what a typical instance, an infrastructure instance can tell you. Being SAP, I mean, they are the global leader when it comes to ERP, and they have a very strong core, digital core as SAP tells it. Which will provide you all the standard functionality. It will give you a lot of things out of the box, but there is a world around it that you need to know, you need to still manage. That is where the customer requirement, the purple box that you see here, comes into picture. So whether it is improving your user experience through the power of Fury, or maybe if you want to have a front end in the form of a low-code platform using Azure Power Apps, Microsoft Power Apps, or SAP Build Apps as well, so you can very well do it. You can actually unlock value from your data using data warehouse capabilities from SAP as well as from Microsoft. In fact, SAP BTP services are all hosted on Microsoft platform as well within the RISE construct. So I'm sure a lot of you know about the BTP services already. So there are close to 120 connectors already available, all certified connectors from SAP. And these connectors can be used to integrate everything within the ecosystem, whether it is Azure Power Apps, it is Power Virtual Agents, or it is the entire Microsoft 365 stack. So you don't have to worry about integrating anything with SAP. So you will, by default, find a lot of connectors available out of the box. Coming to security and compliance, of course, Microsoft happens to be the world's largest cybersecurity company as of today, and this has been validated by a lot of our analysts like Gartner, Forrester, and IDC, year and year again. And a proof point is Microsoft Sentinel solution for SAP. So nobody in the market has actually come up with a solution which has this level of maturity, which can do the SIEM as well as SOAR capabilities through a single solution. It can, and you can actually do this using a complete OpEx model. There's no licensing involved. It's a very simple OpEx-based model. You just have to pay a couple of dollars for your SIDs, SAP IDs, and then everything is OpEx-based. So this is a capability that has that works very well with SAP RISE as well. So it has been certified by SAP RISE to be used as well. And thank you so much for the time.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Wadhwa, for that. And keeping it with partners, very important partner now taking the stage on helping customers grow with SAP, the diverse infotech way. And to do that presentation, I'm going to invite, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dhruv Talwar, Vice President Sales of Diverse Infotech, to take the stage.
A little bit about Diverse Infotech. Like I said, we are an SAP Gold Partner organization based out of Gurgaon, which is primarily focused on SAP. We are a pure play SAP shop. We don't do or deal with any other ERP, be it, for example, others like Oracle, Microsoft. We drive the IT landscape transformation for our customers using our assets, which is primarily our consultants, because I think that is the core of any SAP implementation. The quality, the certification, the skills, the experience of the consultants is very, very important for any SAP implementation. Our SAP services portfolio includes services related to S/4HANA public and private cloud. We are very, very focused on the cloud right now, including new implementations, upgrades, rollouts, migrations, thereby reducing the infrastructure costs and enhancing the operational efficiency of our customers. Talking about the industries, our team collaborates closely with our customers across industries in their digital transformation journey. Each industry has its own unique sets of needs and challenges. While we are partnered with customers across almost 15 different industries, we have a strong focus in the automotive, manufacturing, which is discrete and industrial manufacturing, transportation, logistics, fashion, and retail. These are our sweet spots, and that's where we've been collaborating with our clients. These are some of the recent clients for the India market. We take a lot of pride in showcasing some of the recent customers. These are net new wins for us. You will notice some very well-known brands or enterprises like the Kalyani Group, based out of Pune, Dhampur Sugar, they're into the sugar mills industry, Paytm, Mindtree, Woodland Shoes, Liberty Shoes, of course. As a result of our services, our international customers enjoy improved business processes, operational efficiency, and cost savings. We do realize, and we are sensitive of the fact that the customers, the cost is very important to our customers, and we offer very cost-effective solutions without compromising on the quality of services or the timelines within which we deliver our services. In terms of our approach, we follow an end-to-end approach when it comes to working with our customers, right from the beginning in terms of the assessment and planning, understanding the current ERP landscape that the customer has, be it SAP or non-SAP if it's a net new customer, business processes, customer requirements, challenges, and opportunities, to implementation and deployment services using the Activate methodology, thereby ensuring the product is implemented within the timeline and the budget that has been decided by the customer. On the support and maintenance side, we are experienced and certified. We have the certified consultants that we bring to the table. We provide both proactive and reactive support to our customers, ensuring that their systems are running smoothly and efficiently. It's not just about saying good things about ourselves. We have SAP recognize our skills, experience, and expertise year on year. We have won the coveted SAP ACE Award recently in 2015 and 2022. The latest being the SAP ACE Award for the best implementation partner for one of the projects in the logistics sector for Pristine Logistics. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dhruv Talwar, for that. I'm going to invite Mr. Rohit Bhalla, Training and Adoption Lead, SAP APJ.
We all know for intelligent racing, what we need is great machines. The best of the cars from Ferrari or Mercedes, Benz or whatever. But equally important is something called intelligent teams, which is comprising of drivers, engineers, and the team which actually ensures that they win the races. Similarly, very critical element for being an intelligent enterprise, yes, we need intelligent applications. We are there for getting the intelligent applications in place. But what we need again is intelligent people. People who would be using that software, which will bring actual ROI on the software investment which you guys have made. And people who would be supporting that part. Probably it could be part of the core team consultants which would support, or it could be the people who would be implementing. Yes, it's 10% faster deployment. That means almost 10% cost saving for any project to happen if the right people, right members are being enabled. 62% reduction in support calls. Almost 27% reduction in escalations. And this study, we can send you the link. This is a detailed study which actually reflects the big benefits which comes out of right kind of investment in all the training or all the user adoption people where which needs to be trained very well. There is a solution called Learning Hub with SAP. It's just like Netflix or Amazon, where you have all the content, all the repository of the content in one solution. It's a cloud solution which you can do your self-learning, but the best part is it comes with your learning, it comes with your practice, the labs, the servers, it comes with the learning rooms, which are moderated by our experts. So it's a solution complete in itself. Any need which you have from a perspective of skilling, upskilling your people, cross-skilling your people, this will definitely address that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bhalla, for that. And finally, the last session of the night, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sunil Chopra, ALM Lead, SAP India. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Mr. Sunil Chopra.
So SAP, has a plethora of solutions which they are supporting digitally in terms of your finance or ERP or like HR solutions. You have plethora of solutions in every area. So our vision is to make every enterprise digitally respond to the industry, and also to smoothen your journey during the implementation and support. So that's where Cloud ALM solution comes in. Quickly take you through what are the two major areas where people struggle. One is on the implementation side. So in the implementation side, if you look at the poor planning when you are doing the requirement gathering stage, the requirement is not gathered at the same what the customer gives to the partner. There is a frequent change in the scope of work. There is multiple systems which needs to be integrated, and it takes a havoc of a task. And lastly, the customer lacks the visibility on what is the status of the project. And on the operations side, if you look at once the implementation is done, identifying the key issues within the solution, correcting it, automating it, and also reacting to the same is also not possible in today's scenario. So generally, you come back to SAP again and again to solve these issues for you. So SAP had introduced this tool which is we call a SAP Cloud ALM, which is
You would have heard about solutions which are there, which SAP used to do in the on-prem world. I'll just go through that. So this is to ensure that we are keeping you like in successful mode, and you are using this solution with all that you have in this set. Cloud ALM is a cloud-based tool basically. It was introduced to streamline the activities which you do in the hybrid and cloud world. Secondly, it helps you take all the solutions of SAP. It is bundled along with the SAP solutions, whether it is S4HANA, SuccessFactors, Ariba, or any other solution you buy. It is included in the subscription. So it's free of cost to you. You can use this tool starting whether you have implemented any solution today, you can use it for operations. If you are a brand new customer who wants to implement any solution, you can use it for implementation and operations both. On the like operation side, you can safeguard your project. You can identify the health of the system which is there, and also issues which you are facing can be rectified, corrected, automated during the process. So key drivers, if you look at, your implementation is on time, you are safeguarding your investment, and lastly, you are reducing the cost of ownership. So these are basic advantages. These are some of the capabilities which the tool provides while we are implementing. One, it gives you pre-delivered content, that is the methodology which is available. Automation is available on the operation side. It gives you a collaboration platform between the IT and the business side. And lastly, it gives you integration capability which you can monitor. This tool is built grounds up. It comes with Signavio and Tricentex bundled with 5 to 10 licenses each initially, where it gives you capability of building the processes within Signavio. Signavio is world's leader in that space, and Tricentex again is a test automation tool. It comes along with that. So, so I'll move you to another slide, which says that we launched this tool in December 2020, and in first 19 months we had acquired about 1,000 customers using this tool. The second 1,000 came in just 7 months, and in last 4 months we have acquired, this adoption has increased to another 1,000. So we are targeting about 5,000 customers by the end of this year. So if you are not started using this tool, it is available to you by SUser ID. You can start requesting for it. The demo instance is available free of cost. You can test and try this solution in your environment. If you already implemented a solution for operations, you can use this tool. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Sunil Chopra, for that. And with that, we have reached the end of this Noida edition of Global Bharat Movement Business Innovation Roadshows presented by SAP India in association with TV9 Network. You've been a wonderful audience. I want all of you guys to please continue the conversations and continue meeting people from SAP and partners of SAP and continue the conversation for the evening. But for now, thank you so much for joining us. Huge round of applause.